I mean, it's just been a couple week stretch where I've had to remind my most closest partner in life, my wife, that I'm a human being with
I heard this on the way into the room, and I knew exactly what we were talking about.
Well, what I didn't know, and I guess my wife didn't know it either until somebody...
I already know this is...
When somebody told it, like, anybody ever give your wife an excuse for the way she's behaving and she immediately diagnoses herself with that problem?
Yeah.
Because
you know
somebody,
my wife.
I guess some woman, my wife was hanging out with a patch of gals, and this lady was like, "Oh, your son's 9 months old. Have you hit like that 9-month rage point?" And like right there, we were in the middle of a Category 65 hurricane, where my wife was just anything that was out of place in the home was treason.
Yeah.
And I was, up before a tribunal every fucking morning before she left for work, before I left for work. She was gone for work for like the majority of 2 weeks. So I was like, dad, mom for 2 weeks straight, which I have absolutely no problem with. But I also had like mostly production work. So like nights that I typically would have a set and could get out and kind of like get that fucking off my chest. I was then like doing clerical work on YouTube and all this shit. By the way, you better subscribe to my YouTube or else this is the last try at anything.
Okay.
But so I'm doing all this shit, and so I didn't have that outlet. So I'm just like dealing with this whole thing, and I just had to constantly remind her that I'm like, hey, I'm like a human being with like a full gamut 360 degrees
well, Mike,
of emotion.
You can't have a baby, and so that's your fault.
That's true. I don't have what she has, permeating through her body.
Well, they're like, they're celestial beings that they create life and they go through these changes.
It's called the divine feminine, not the divine masculine.
Yeah. Well,
is there a divine masculine?
There probably is a divine masculine.
There
but
should be.
Gay.
Yeah, it's Mateo.
Yeah. He is the divine masculine. 100%. By the way, go watch Mateo's special.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
the Al Dente special, which is what I used to call my drunk dick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I could never get it full
that's
torque.
That's a good bit in Al Dente.
Yeah.
My dick bit back in the day when I was a drinker was to pull my cock across my wrist and ask people if they'd seen my new watch.
I used to do gum. I have gum on my pants?
That's a good one.
To strangers in Dunkin' Donuts.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
you were a problem.
Thank God. Yeah. Thank God there's no proof of that besides what I just said.
So wait, your wife was raging. Was that the main? That was
not the main disrespect. That was just kind of the contextual storm that I was living in during this time.
And and also because you have kids and you have all this stuff going on, you also have to push it down and just think about a life in the woods. You ever?
And this, I hope this is relatable. But do you ever have so much to do that you're actually physically frozen? Like that you don't get to any of it because you can't compartmentalize, you can't prioritize for whatever reason. Like you're just like in fight or flight so much with
I just
the stress
start
of
cleaning stuff.
You just start, That's my wife does something similar. I start lifting. I start working out.
Oh, wow.
And it's doesn't help. It's just like I'm just angrier.
Sometimes a run helps.
Yeah. I wish I had I shoot hoops every now and again. That might blow off some steam.
Yeah.
But so that's the newspaper and the cow swirling around me yesterday.
Okay.
This is yesterday, by the way.
The newspaper and the cow.
Mm-hmm.
Like a hurricane.
Like a hurricane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why the newspaper? Oh, because it like shows up.
Because that's the first thing that gets lifted into the cyclone, and you're like, is that a cyclone? Oh, a cow.
Oh, okay.
I made this up on the spot.
I get it.
And
I get it now. Okay. I get it.
I didn't. I
think you should add some corrugated metal roof.
I like that.
A car.
Yeah.
The cow.
An old lady. Maybe a walker.
Old lady. Yeah. Holding the walker.
That would be cool.
Unaware that she's. I don't even think she's I think she's.
Dude, if you could, like, there's things where you ever like look at a boat or something and you're like, I wish there was an AI version of reality where I could just get this out of my system. Where like I was sailing once for the Rogue Island Comedy Festival with Doug Key, chartered a boat. It was awesome.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But like I kept seeing these other boats, and the first thing I could think of was getting a bazooka or a rocket launcher and just going, and it just like
the boat. Yeah.
But I wanted it not to I didn't want to destroy somebody's property, but I wish there was a way I could scratch that itch.
I think they're called rage rooms.
Yeah, but I wish in that moment, like I wish I could slide down some fucking Facebook,
augmented reality,
whatever, and then actually have something physical in my hand, feel the thing, watch the explosion, feel the heat, and then take it off, and the boat's fine. And
didn't Bargatze say there's that thing where you can shoot a bazooka at a cow in Cambodia?
Oh,
yeah.
That's even better.
I don't co-sign it because I feel for the cow, but maybe the cow's terminally ill. You know?
That's true. Maybe that's its final wish.
Yeah.
You never know.
I do think it would, like, if you had a terminal illness, it would be kind of fun to be like, hey, can you shoot me with a bazooka or some other kind of like
that would be
insane.
Very fun.
You know, we blow up my car.
Yeah. Is there a way you could sign away like murder charges? Where you're like,
we
hey,
could just hire a hitman to kill you.
Yeah, but if you want it to be fun for your friends, like you just paste yourself up on a target 400 yards away and then have them lay on their belly with a 50 cal.
They think that would be fun. Or
my friends
would haunt them for the rest of their lives.
But isn't that part of it, is leaving them with a lasting memory?
I guess. Yeah.
I just want to leave an impact while I'm here.
Yeah. I want to do some change in the world.
Be the change.
By letting my friends assassinate me.
I mean,
that's what the end of Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy ends.
What'd you just say?
The movie Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy.
That's not a real movie.
It's amazing. It's one of my
Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy?
It's my favorite movie.
Is it actually a children's movie?
Nope.
About fucking...
It's a John le Carre
the Elves
spy adaptation.
Toy Warehouse?
You got to watch it.
Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy.
It's amazing.
Who's in it?
Gary Oldham. Mark
Oldham?
Strong.
That's not how you say that.
How do you?
It's Oldman.
Oldman? Is it Oldman?
There's an M in there, right?
Gary Oldman. Benedict Cumberbatch. Mark Strong. There's way more. Colin Firth.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah, it's an amazing.
All right. Once you got to TH, I was fucking locked and
Anything
loaded.
TH does.
I'm fucking
You been watching
in.
Mobland?
No, I know I gotta.
It's so good.
That's what I'm into. I also really want to see that Bronson movie where he just like took 700 stacks of D-ball and didn't worry about like definition whatsoever. He's the size of a fucking fridge.
Yeah, it's kind of a bizarre one too because it's like an art house film.
Yeah, and it's based on a fucking actual maniac.
Yeah.
Who he talked to.
In the same vein, who's Eric Bana does, there's a Australian movie called Chopper that's also based off of an insane
that's cool.
Criminal named
Chopper.
Mark Chopper Reed.
Chopper Reed.
I think it's Reed. Anyways,